What's up, everybody? Coach Daisha here, bringing you another hot topic. Now, I am recording this in January of 2026, so we've started a new year. And I know for a lot of people, when it comes to New Year's, in my last video, I talked about resolutions. So that's not what we're dealing with here. But what we are dealing with is a concept that I touch on in prior videos, but have never made a video about it by itself. And that is what it means to be consistent and what that means for change. Okay. So, consistency. The human body requires consistency before it will ever think about changing anything. Example, if you are working out, you want to make sure that your workouts are occurring on a regular basis. Okay. Let's say you're somebody who currently doesn't strength train at all, and you have decided and you've heard that lifting 3 days a week is going to be beneficial for you. Now, for my newbies, I always encourage you to ramp up to that. Start with 1 day a week. And then after you've done that for a few weeks, go up to two. And then after you've done that for a few weeks, hit your 3 days a week mark. But let's say you eventually get to those 3 days a week. If you are consistent with strength training 3 days a week, and you do that for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, 16 weeks, you see where I'm going with this. Your body recognizes that as a regular stimulus, and therefore it will make the appropriate changes to your body. So, not just to the muscles, but obviously to the bones as well. It sees that you are giving it consistent stimulus to improve your bone mineral density, right? That's just how the human body works. For those of you who don't understand that, that's okay. But I'm here to tell you that the human body is relying on you to do something over and over again before it recognizes it as a habit and therefore something that it needs to change and adapt to so you can maintain that habit. Consistency. It goes for every aspect of your health journey. So, not just improving bone mineral density, but that goes for your nutrition, your sleep management, your stress management, your lifestyle in general. Anything that you want to see change in your life, it requires consistency. All right. So that's the first thing that I want to touch on there. Consistency. When you start a routine, especially a workout routine, make sure that you start it at a level that is appropriate for you and easy. It should be easy to start with. And then as it does become a habit, you can start to increase whatever you need to make it more challenging for yourself. So, as I said before, if you start with one strength workout a week and you do that for 4, maybe 5 weeks, and you recognize that you're getting good at that, then you can increase it by doing 2 strength workouts per week, et cetera, et cetera. Consistency. I cannot stress that enough, how important it is for your osteoporosis journey. Now, with that said, I just told you that consistency is what causes your body to change. However, if you stay consistent to a point where you're doing the exact same thing over and over and over again, especially from an exercise standpoint, then your body does become accustomed to it. And whenever our body becomes accustomed to it, it becomes efficient at doing it, requiring less cardiovascular system, less muscular system, less skeletal system to do it. And therefore, you can start to get weaker. It's almost that diminishing returns concept, but for the body. So, with that said, it is totally okay to stay consistent with a workout for several weeks. For a lot of my clients, I like for them to do a particular workout for about 8 weeks. And then at the 8 week mark, we make some changes. Maybe we do a deload week where they do less reps, less weight, etc. And then when we start back up, we've got new movement. Now, that doesn't mean that we have neglected certain movements. We'll still be doing hinge movements. We'll still be doing push and pull movements. But we can do that in different ways, right? You can do a regular squat and you can do sumo squats and you can add a weight in the front and do goblet squats and you can put a weight on the back and do back squats. They're all squats, people. They all have this same benefit as far as what it's doing for your hamstrings, your glutes, your quads, your hips, etc. However, Just you changing the dynamic of a movement now keeps the body guessing. And when the body is guessing what you're doing, that is how you continue to grow. That is how you continue to see change, even when you're doing the same 3 days a week of workouts. So I encourage everybody, if you've been doing the exact same routine for longer than 2 months, it is time to make a change. And it is okay if you're simply changing up each move itself or doing something completely different. The choice is yours. But my point is, we stay consistent. Consistency means doing the same type of thing over and over again so your body recognizes it as a habit. That's a good thing. What's not good is doing the exact same workout all the time for longer than 8 weeks. Believe me, at about the 8 week mark, your body has figured it out. And if your body's figured it out, it is now going to spend its energy elsewhere. It recognizes that it doesn't need to spend its energy on that workout because you've done that exact same workout with the exact same weight and the exact same sets and repetitions for 2 months now. Your body's gotten strong. It's good at it, and it's going to spend its energy somewhere else. And when your body spends its energy somewhere else, it means that workout became less effective. And when that workout becomes less effective, you don't get stronger. Your muscles don't get stronger, and the bone stimulus that you're looking for, it's not there either. So, with consistency, make sure you're also changing your routine up every 8 to 12 weeks so you can keep your body guessing and you can keep those strength gains and those bone mineral density gains on the up and up. Consistency and change, people, so important on your health journey. Drop in the comments below, how many days per week do you consistently do a workout, especially a strength workout? And when's the last time you changed that routine? I want to know that in the comments below. And as always, I hope that this information was helpful for you, and I will see you again for another hot topic.